Greetings and thank you for coming to the Earth Angels Writing YouTube channel. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and do that now. If you would like to hit the notification bell, you can do that as well. I will be delivering weekly spiritual messages based on the time we are now living in and covering trending news and trending topics. Today I want to briefly talk about, and I was hoping I wouldn't have to speak on this again, this trending news that keeps going on every week with Cardi B. And if you are a Cardi B fan, please listen to this message and tag her and share this message because she really needs to hear it. It's like every week somebody is coming for her. It's either Azealia Banks, Nicki Minaj, last week, I think it was another, she a reality TV star, not sure of her name. Then this week, a young man, a coming up rapper trying to use her name and her clout to pull himself up. And, she keeps responding. So all I can say is to Cardi B is, I understand where you're coming from. Because when you have that warrior spirit and you a genuinely good person with a good heart, you want everybody to see that. And when they don't see it and when they constantly come for you, it hurts you. I know this because this is the story of my life. I've always been a good person, but I just find that people have always came for me for no reason. I've always had a bully in school that I would always have to deal with. I would always have to fight. I don't like to fight, but I always had to fight. And so I developed that fighter and warrior mentality. And it's like, I'm sweet, but I used to be like, if you come for me, you gonna get it. That's just what it was. And I really had to learn to stop reacting. And choose my battles wisely. And it does stem from a place of self-love. Because when you love yourself enough, you're just going to have to be okay with other people's opinions of you. And then let's get into the spiritual. The Lord also allowed me to see that it was Satan coming for me. Satan working through people to come for me. Anytime that somebody comes from you, a stranger, you don't even know them, and nothing happened prior, you have no previous history, and they just coming for you in a way with hatred and anger and jealousy, Satan is working through them. Satan is working through them to attack you. So once I realized that, and that's what Cardi B needs to realize, that Satan is working through a lot of these women, specifically a lot of dark-skinned women, jealousy and insecurity and low self-esteem, and their anger with the system that they feel like disenfranchises them. Which is all true, yet they can't keep laying that at Cardi B's door. So Satan is using that energy. Satan is using that colorism argument. He ain't really caring about the real pain, the struggle of darker skinned women, which I don't get it because they have the most beautiful skin I ever seen. I've always wanted to be dark skinned. Anytime I looked at a woman and said I felt like she was most beautiful, she was of darker skin complexion. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, of a different color shade, but I always felt like, sometimes when I procrastinate, I always say, man, if I was darker skinned, I would have that more energy. They got that more energy and power. Why they fail to use it and keep allowing Satan to use it against them to go after people that he's jealous of is because of their own low self-esteem. It's because of their own inability to truly love themselves and to listen to the world. So in both situations, we have Cardi B not really loving herself and not, blocking out that negativity and responding to what she needs to respond to, like to that one gentleman who was trying to use clout. Yeah, that could have been responded by a publicist or somebody on her team. So I get that. But like all these other people, she needs to choose her battles wisely and let it go. And then on the other hand, we got, the darker skinned black women who every week is jumping on this bandwagon and this colorism, they really need to start going somewhere and loving themselves and stop listening to the world and go out and make your own way, like Amara La Negra and other darker skinned women that are making their own way and not crying this colorism and doing what they need to do and keeping it moving. Because at the end of the day, we all are going through something as black women. We're going through something and we're fighting against something. As Latino women, we're going through something and we're fighting against something. If you're a minority in America, ain't nothing easy for you. So you're going through something. You're maybe growing up in poverty or, disenfranchised community. So you're going through something. So let's not start pointing the finger at each other, and let's build and work together. So Cardi B, let it go. I think you're a Libra, and I'm a Libra too. And when I was in my 20s, I was the same way. I'm sweet, you come for me, you gonna get it. And it really didn't stress me out because it just had became a part of who I was, especially since I always had to deal with bullies and having people keep coming for me. And even as an adult, people come for me. Even at my job as a teacher, people come for me. They come for me because they see your light. They come for you because they're jealous of whatever perceived persona they think you are, or jealous of your position. Not really trying to get to know you, not really understanding what you did and to get where you're at and what it takes to stay there. They're allowing Satan to use them. So all I can say is this is like a double message. Cardi B, let it go. Fight your battles wisely. Learn how to tame that warrior spirit and know how to attack them in the spiritual. And the best way to attack them in the spiritual is ignore them, and keep it moving. Ask them to go and love themselves and to find a way to advocate positively for any issues on colorism that they feel is going on in America. That's what they need to do. Not coming against you and on social media and getting a feedback and getting a high off of seeing this going back and forth.